told it took me longer than normal to unclench my fist as a newborn child. My mother says this is how she knew her baby boy was to be a fighter. When I was 7 years old, I broke a kid's arm in 2 places after my older brother ordered me to fight that boy again. By the time I was 10, I was champion for knocking kids unconscious on the football field when I was 13 years old. I fought an average of about 3 times a month. Most fights, I can't even remember why. By the time I hit high school, I fought some more, was shot at a couple of times, kicked a kid down the stairs, and choked another with my bare hands. I am not happy about this. I want desperately to perform a healthier masculinity, but this world has never allowed me to unclench my fist. I was 21 years old in Mississippi when a truck full of white guys drunk on Confederate flags called me a nigger. I remember wanting to show them how much of a nigger I could be, so I put my back up against the wall, clenched my fist. I told them to do what you gotta do. I needed them to know that these hands are rated E for everybody, and I heard just how much white boys love to play catch. Just then, a cop car pulls up, asks them if I was causing trouble. Later, I tell a white college buddy of mine, and he says, "Good Lord, Javon, do you know how easily you could have been hurt?" And I think to myself, ain't that just like a white boy? To remind me of all the ways I could be hurt. So I wonder how different was my buddy from the cop, both of them from the boys, and the boys were always around. So my uncle taught me to walk circumspectly and swing these hands like good scripture. Once he told me, and I quote, "If someone ever tests you, pray, but remind that nigga of the rapture." So I swear I'm only up here trying to do God's work. But when my niece tells me I am the best uncle in the world, something I am absolutely certain she tells all of her uncles. I know it is not my fist, but the way they bloom into flowers that makes her say this. To garden is to dig your hands underneath the soil and pray something beautiful springs up. They say dandelions, though commonly disregarded as weeds, are completely edible sources of vitamin A. And this teaches me that even an unwanted thing can be useful too. I pray someday this unwanted black boy grows into someone who feels safe enough to break open for someone else's health. But this is the difference between white masculinities and black masculinities. Some days I am a flower, others I am a shear, but every day I am vulnerable to being broken at the stem or labeled a weapon that must be destroyed. I was 35 when a white colleague told me my anger frightens her. I was 35 when that same white colleague told me that our white male's colleague passion inspires her. I was 35 when a white family crowded around me and the son said, "Do you know how easily we can have you arrested?" I was 35 minding my business when a white woman asked, "Do you have to be so loud?" To which I responded, "Do you have to be in fucking Oakland?" I was 35 ready to break somebody wide open. I was 35 when my niece grabbed me by the face with both of her tiny hands. She said, "Uncle, you're so silly. You're always so silly." And I think I want desperately to forever be the flower, you know? Fully bloomed, no thorns, but